What you have become is the results of what you have thought. Now that's just one sentence, yet it speaks volumes. What that means to me is that we create our own reality. What do you think? Where did the law of attraction get its beginnings? Was it Buddha? Hinduism? Well, after looking around for information, I found one of the earliest known discussions of the idea now referred to as the law of attraction. This discussion is contained in a 1906 book entitled Thought Vibration by William Walker Atkinson, who at the time was the editor of New Thought magazine. It seems that this idea of attraction is not so new. So somehow we as a society have lost our way. So the question I ask is, why do we keep losing our way? After reading William Atkinson's work, I believe I understand why we lose our way and are not attracting the things in our lives that we truly desire. William Atkinson speaks of positive and negative planes and vibrations. He believes that the negative vibration is easier to produce and that the positive vibration is higher and takes work to develop. Most importantly, he states, it takes will. Listen to this excerpt from his book. Quote, "While psychologists may differ in their theories regarding the nature of the will, none deny its existence nor question its power. All persons recognize the power of strong will. All see how it may be used to overcome the greatest obstacles. But few realize that the will may be developed and strengthened by intelligent practice. They feel that they could accomplish wonders if they had a strong will, but instead of attempting to develop it, they content themselves with vain regrets. They sigh, but do nothing. Those who have investigated the subject closely know that willpower, with all its latent possibilities and mighty powers, may be developed, disciplined, controlled, and directed just as may be any other of nature's forces. It does not matter what theory you may entertain about the nature of will, you will obtain results if you practice intelligently." He goes on to say, "Personally, I have a somewhat odd theory about the will. I have that every man has potentially a strong will, and that all he has to do is to train his mind to make use of it. I think that in the higher regions of the mind of every man is the great store of willpower awaiting his use. The will current is running along the psychic wires, and all that it is necessary to do is to raise the mental trolley pole and bring down the power for your use. And the supply is unlimited, for your little storage battery is connected with the great powerhouse of the universal willpower, and the power is inexhaustible. Your will does not need training, but your mind does. The mind is the instrument, and the supply of willpower is proportionate to the fineness of the instrument through which it manifests. What we need to do is stop taking the easy way out and allowing all the negative vibrations permission to connect with our minds and take up residence. These vibrations can come from the people around us and even the media. You know, the news is rarely focused on anything positive, and most people around us always seem to be grumbling about one thing or another. It's very easy to get sucked in and connected to the negative. Remember, negative vibrations are much easier to create and connect than the positive. If we step up and train our minds to send and connect with positive vibrations which are stronger than the negative ones, we can and will rid ourselves of negativity, therefore opening the path to attract and connect with the positive. If you really want something and believe it's possible, you'll probably get it. On the other hand, if you really don't want something and put a lot of attention on it, you'll probably get that too. You can't avoid stuff by hoping you don't get it, because the unconscious mind is literal and doesn't process negatives. So in other words, negative thoughts bring negative experiences. So how in the world can we keep all the negative out of our minds and out of our subconscious? Practice, practice, and more practice.